Hello everyone. This is my first video in a while, and you probably may have wondered where I have been the past year. Nothing bad happened or anything, I just simply lost passion for creating content, and I decided to discontinue making content from YouTube. The reason I'm making this video is mainly because I thought this was a pretty cool build to share online, and see what other people would think. This may also be my last post for a while, and if I do decide to post again, expect more showcase videos / building tutorials. Not only on build the support for growing my channel 190 for subscribers. And with that out of the way, let's begin the showcase. It's time to spawn him in all of his glory. Oh, and also I have a new channel, but I don't post on there, it's mainly just for watching now. As you can see, it's going to take a while to load, but in the meantime, I'll explain the history behind this build. I started around a few months ago, where I was in the phase of creating the body of the Wither Storm, but I heavily procrastinated and quit. It wasn't until a few months later that I'd finally finished this build. This is my most recent build on Build a Boat for Treasure, and also, my favorite. As you can see, the heads are loading in, but I made a big mistake, and accidentally made the proportions a lot more bigger than originally thought. However, I still think the build is fine as it is. The beams look really weird, but more updates will come to this build soon. The tentacles are loading in. As you can see, the build has finally finished loading in, and this is it in its full, well, not final design yet. The body was made using a 3D model as a reference, and I'm not really good at replicating or copying details, so sorry for some of the inaccuracies you see in the build, such as the gaps in the control room. The control room is messy and unorganized, but I don't really care. It's not like people will see the inside most of the time, and if they do, who cares? I'll fix the coloring issue and the gap issue soon when the final design is made. As you can see, these little systems are what make the tentacles more lively and more articulated rather than being stiff and unable to move. Zooming out, we can see the transformation. Now let's press the rest of the switches. As you can see, the tentacles have a more realistic look to them now. Now to finally control the Wither Storm, we must do the classic sit and place cake. Time to unanchor it. Oh, and also, as you can see, we are being held up by a floating invisible stand, which gives the illusion of the Wither Storm flying. Time for the rest of the features. As you can see, there are switches here that control the head's movements, but they are very limited to what they can do. Pressing that button closes its mouth, which is supposed to be how it's always been instead of its mouth being open, but due to a glitch you can't have it closed when loading in your build. The Wither Storm has a slight underbite, which is why he looks quite silly. As you can see, this switch is actually how you're supposed to open the mouth, and it looks awesome, and I'm planning to add a feature where it can shoot out skulls just like how it does in the game, but for now all you can do is move the head and open and close the mouth. There is a method out there that people have used to make the Wither Storm's head more articulated instead of using a servo to move the head with limited movements, and I've tried to figure out this method since it's extremely gatekept by pros. And every time I've tried to figure out this method, it has failed and made me frustrated. So, if anyone knows how to make the Wither Storm heads more articulated, such as moving up and down, left and right, etc., let me know. As you can see, if I want more movement, I have to use the screwdriver tool to reverse the servo so the head can look another direction. I really hope that this isn't a problem for long when I make the final design. Right now I'm just messing around with the head system. I plan to also add a debris field orbiting the top of the Wither Storm for extra detail. This is pretty much all the storm can do. Just open its mouth, close it, and look. The beams also cannot suck up people too. Looks nice. Here's what it looks like without the beams. Well, that's pretty much all to showcase in this video. I hope you guys enjoy or like my build. And once again, like I mentioned, this may be my last post for a while, but if I do post sooner, expect another build showcase or some random tutorial.